welcome to another podcast with myself, Master Kite, hmks for short. So, it's preparation day before we do our very first live podcast. Now, it's the 20th of the 1st of 2017, which we've just woke up because we've been up for hours and hours and hours the day before, looking for work, doing Second Life, doing other games, checking YouTube, and today we've actually have got a question from Brother Seamus, and the question is, what does kite mean? Well, basically, what kite means is it's a spelling error. And I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about that because today we've got 45 minutes. We've upgraded our account. So every month from the money we get from our subscribers, we now have Spreaker Studio paid for. Okay, we can't go to the next level because that's a little bit out of our reach while we're not working. And really, even if we was working, we wouldn't be able to do enough shows to have it paid for. If we get enough subscriptions, then we might consider it. We might be doing a lot more live shows and stuff like that. This is what we want to do. We actually quite enjoy doing this. So currently, let's talk about the meaning of night. So, several years ago, now I'm going to say several years ago, it must be at least 5 years ago, I came across a game called EVE Online, which is a MMO, an online MMO in space, and I love space games. There's not very many that I play, but I do like them when I find them. And this one was absolutely great. Your training is in real life. You go out, you do missions, you blow other people up because it's all real players. Very, very rare is it NPCs, only except when you go do missions and that. And they've got 3 levels of space, which is safe space where you all start off. You've got an intermediate section which is called low sec, where it's PvP, but you know, it's more like one-on-one combat and stuff like that. And then you have got what they call null sec, where there's no rules. You keep your space by holding on to it, by war, through diplomacy and stuff like that, and you know, with fellow fighters. So we were playing the game, and we were doing about, 6 months into the game. And one of the pilots that I was friends with, I can't remember who it was because it's years ago now that I've played it. I've actually stopped playing it because they made a lot of changes that I disagreed with. And we're sitting there having a conversation in our community channel, and he says, "You spelt your name wrong." And I says, "I beg your pardon? I haven't. I spelt my name right. Hell's Master Knight." He says, "No, mate." He says, "You put Hell's Master Kite." So I sat there for a good 10-15 minutes looking at my name, and I thought, you dumb idiot. How can I get around this? How can I do it so I don't look a dumb idiot? Now you're probably sitting there laughing your head off and calling me a dumb idiot. So I had to come up with a quick plan. So I turned around and says, finally, someone notices after 6 months that I made a deliberate change in my name. Instead of putting Hell's Master Knight, I put Hell's Master Kite, and you are the very first person that noticed the error or the deliberate mistake. That's what I was going for. I did a deliberate mistake just to see if people were paying attention. But in all honesty, it wasn't. It was a spelling mistake. So, how could we turn this to a profit, to a beneficial fact for us? We thought we'd make it a trade name. You know, we'd make it a gimmick. So now, everywhere I go, whether I'm playing in Second Life, whether I'm doing my YouTube channel, whether I'm doing my podcast channel, I am the Hell's Master Kite. And I'm actually quite proud of it. I actually do like Hell's Master Kite because it's now become standard for people to actually say night instead of kite. So when they're saying, well, we couldn't find you, you know, I said, well, you spelled my name wrong. And they said, no, we put Hell's Master Night. I said, well, it's not night, it's kite. So it's actually benefited me because I get conversations from it. I get questions like what Brother Seamus has asked. And that is what it means. It's a spelling mistake that we have turned into a profit. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. And what else can I say to that question? There's not much else. So the answer to your question, Brother Seamus, is it is a spelling mistake that we have turned into a profitable gimmick. I say profitable, we don't earn that much, but, you know, it's fantastic, it's great. So let's move on. That's the only question that we've got today from our YouTube channel, and we are going to be answering our questions on our YouTube channel live on our podcast if we get any more questions, because this is the very first one that we've done there. So I'm going to give a big shout out to all my supporters, all my followers, and everybody that listens to these. Thank you very much for following my YouTube channel and making my YouTube channel possible, and making our podcast show possible, because without you guys and girls out there listening to us, giving us feedback, saying it's rubbish, saying it's good, giving us a thumbs up, giving us a thumbs down, we wouldn't be doing this. We would not do it, because if you're doing a project for other people, you're going to fail because you're doing it for other people. We do this because we like doing it. Now, if only one person in the world ever watches the episode, then, you know, that is still one person. But the one person that is important when I do YouTube and my podcast is me, because I'm doing it. I'm doing it to be out there, be in the world and say, this is me. And currently today, in the years that we've been doing our YouTube channel, we have currently got 676 people on our YouTube channel. We've currently got 39 people following us on Twitter. We've got no people following us on the podcast side of things yet, because it's new. We're seeing how it goes, but we're not going to see how it goes. We like it. We're spending the money. We like the way Spreaker Studio do things. It's nice, it's easy, and everything like that. It's not tedious. It's record it and bang, away you go. So tomorrow, on the 21st of January 2017, for those that can make it, we will be going live, and we haven't set up the Skype side of things because I'm a little bit nervous about doing that. I still haven't got that confidence yet. And we are going to be having questions and answer time for you guys and girls out there to throw questions at me, hopefully about our YouTube channel, the other games that we play, what we expect, and our podcast. And we're looking forward to it. So what time are we going to do this show? When are we going to do it? Because I want to do it at a regular time, and I want to be able to make sure that you, the customer out there, I would like to say fans as well, but sometimes customer is more appropriate, I think, because we do have some paid content. So we're looking to do this at, say, 1 o'clock PM, or if you're going by the 24-hour clock, 1300 hours, and that's 1300 hours GMT time. Now, if you are not in the UK, where I am, that's, I don't know, about 9 o'clock USA time. But we will put a link so you can put in the conversion time from wherever you are, from whatever place in the world you are, so you can convert it into a time that is going to be suitable for you. Now, I know roughly Americans are around about 6 to 8 hours behind me, wherever you are in the USA, you could either be 6 hours or you could be 8 hours behind. So hopefully that will be around about 8-9 o'clock in the morning your time. But yeah, we're going to go for the link. We're going to give you the link. We're going to put it underneath the episode when we do it, and hopefully we can see some people come on the show and ask us some questions. Now, if we do ever go to a Skype interview, what we'll do is we'll arrange it with a person, and we'll have them on the show, and it will be for the whole show, for the whole 45 minutes, okay, where we will be asked questions, where we'll ask them questions, and we'll see how it is, because we want to get you, the audience, we want to get you involved in our podcasting, and I call it Hellsmaster Kites radio show, and not podcast show, because I want to be different. I don't want to be like every other Tom, Dick and Harry out there. And that is what we're trying to give over, is we are different. Every person on the planet is different. We are individual, and we only stop becoming individuals when we become with other people, when we have groups of people, when we have friends, when we have work colleagues. Now, we're going to give a big shout out to our old work colleagues, especially a gentleman which we used to have hilarious conversations and chats with while we was doing our work, and that is Mr. Watsy, the leader of the 1 hour Watsy crew. Hopefully he will never hear this episode, but fantastic guy, loved it to bits. Really do miss working with a guy, but yeah, we had a joke with him at work, and I made it stick at work, and it was that's how we got the nickname of the 1 hour Watsy crew club. And it was absolutely fantastic. It made working hilarious, and I used to enjoy going to work. It's just a shame that my contract came to an end. Excuse me, just before Christmas. But we learned a lot from there. We learned that you can be in someone's face, but not in an aggressive way, but in a friendly, confrontational way, and still have a great laugh. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm also going to say hi to some other guys and girls there from my last work. So you know who you are, Nigel. I'm forgetting the names already because I haven't even been there for a while. But yeah, basically everybody that we used to work with, been great. Didn't have time to say goodbye to a lot of you. So yeah, hopefully we'll get back if the company ever needs us. But unfortunately, I don't think that they will do because my forklift licenses have run out. So yeah, so to all the guys and girls that I used to work with, we wish you all the best. Have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you on the bounce if we ever come back. And I will be looking forward to coming back and saying, I'm back. Where's the 1 hour Watsy crew? I'm going to try and make that into a t-shirt and stuff like that because we're going to send Mr. Watts a cup. Because I always said to him, if I ever had the time and the chance to do it, I would get him a custom made cup made with the 1 hour Watsy crew on it. And we're going to be moving on to tomorrow's show now, where we will be discussing what we're going to be talking and some of the things that we would like to say to anyone that comes on to the live broadcast tomorrow, is that this is going to be our first live broadcast. We don't know whether we've got everything set up correctly. Hopefully we have. We don't even know how to find ourselves on our show. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking now to find out how we find our own podcast, because what we're going to be looking for is we're going to Google, and obviously we're going to put in our name because it's Housemaster Kite. Even I've got to learn how to misspell it. So we're just put in our name, Housemaster Knight, and we're going to see what comes up. So the first thing that comes up when we do a Google search for Housemaster Knight is Twitch. Okay, now we used to do Twitch, and we had to stop because the games that we're streaming was being too much for our PC. We've only got a 2-core PC. So that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you haven't got a top-of-the-range machine, you can do these things. Just have confidence. As long as you've got a 2-core PC with a decent graphics card in it and at least 2 gigabyte of memories, you can do what I'm doing. So the next thing that comes up is our YouTube. Okay, I'm absolutely great. That's come up. Then the next one is to Twitter. So don't forget, if you want to follow our podcast on a Saturday, or you've got any questions, yeah, or something that you want to ask us on the show but you don't want to come on the show, get onto our YouTube channel, post it on our Spreaker Studio, and we will cover as much as we possibly can in the 45 minutes. Or post it on Twitter and say, hey, HMK, here's a question for you. And as long as they're not offensive questions, we will try to answer them as best as we possibly can. So the next one on this is Hell's Master Spreaker. So we're going to click on that one. We're going to see what that one does. See where whether or not that brings us to our page. And this is where it will kind of freeze. We don't know whether it's recording. And we look like we've stopped. Are we back? Right, we don't know what happened there. Okay. Because it kind of froze on us. But we have actually found our page. Okay, so currently, if it suddenly went quiet, that was because we were loading our page. So we've actually got the link for our show. We're not sure how you get into the radio there, or not. We've actually had 29 plays on our show so far, so I'm quite impressed with that. I was not expecting that many. So we're going to put that link underneath this episode so you can find it, and then hopefully someone can tell me how easy it was to actually join the live channel, because we don't know. And if we don't have anyone, then that's fine. You know, that's something else that we'll have to consider. And we're just going to do it though. We're just going to go, and hopefully we have more questions, because that's going to make the show. But what we have now, because we are a paying customer with Spreaker, is that we have 100 hours a month now. And so basically that is one 45-minute show per day. So we're just going to get a calculator, because we are not very good at maths. I'll tell you that now. We are rubbish. If we can add 2 and 2, that equals 5. Is it 5 or is it 4? So we use the calculator. So we've got 100 hours. Yeah, I'm going to divide that by 45, because that's per show. So that has come up 2.2. Lots of 2s. So, you know, that didn't work out right, did it? You know, I've got 100 hours here, and I want to divide it by 45, and it's come up 2.2, because we're doing it wrong. So it's 100 divided by 0.45. Okay, so that's 222 shows. And why did we do it by 0.45? Because we got 100 hours. Yeah, divide that by 45. So yeah, well, we'll see how we go. I know I got 1 or 2 shows per day. So we're only going to go for 1 show per day. We'll do the recordings during the week, and then on Saturdays we will do the podcast live shows. Now we might even do 2, because we do have the hours, we do have the time, and I want to get as many people involved in the Saturday shows as much as possible we can. So we might consider doing one, like I said, we're going to do one at 1300 hours GMT time. Let me just make a note of that on my notepad. So we're going to put down hmks radio show times. So that's going to be 1300 hours. And we always use, ladies and gentlemen, the 24-hour clock. We do not use the 12 o'clock where we do PM, AM. So we do the 24-hour clock. So you know, at 1300 hours, that's going to be 1 p.m. Okay. So if we say we're going to do 100 hours, you know, it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning. I doubt anyone's going to be up at that. So the next show I want to do, because I know we got the time and stuff like that on a Saturday, because we can only do it every 45 minutes. I want to possibly look at doing, if people are interested in it, and if people come back and leave comments and say, yes, I can't make the first show, but I want to be there for the second show, is we're going to do it at, let's see, shall we say 2100 hours? Okay, 2100 hours. We're not going to do that show to start off with unless we get a few comments back today and during the week, and we're going to see how the first live show goes tomorrow. Excuse me. So yeah, those are the times that we're going to be looking at. We can't do it any earlier because of it'll just be too early or too late in the UK for me to broadcast live on a Saturday in the US. So how is this live version going to differ from the recorded version? Well, basically what it's going to be is you're going to be able to come into the show and you're going to be able to ask me questions in like a chat window, in a chat box. I don't know if you've got to sign up for that or anything like that, and you'll be able to come in and say, hey JMK, we want to ask you this, and then we're going to answer it while we're live on air, or to the best we possibly can. Obviously, again, like I said, nothing offensive. You know, we're trying to keep this reasonably clean, because just in case anyone under the age of 16 is listening. So no swearing, no foul language or anything like that. Okay, if you do, then we'll stop and then we'll delete that, or we'll cut it out or mute it, or whatever we can do. We'll just get it, or you know. But mainly it's going to be me talking, you answering, asking the questions, and if we do get one of the devs come into the show and say, we are the dev of subsistence, we'll do a interview with him, because that is what we would like to do. We would like to get the people of these games, or one of the devs that is one of the public, what do they call, diplomatic people, diplomats, or the face and the voice of a group of devs onto the show, so we can ask them questions, and you know, we can see how well they're doing, how effective they are on the forum boards. I know that they're very, very busy people, but it could help them, it could help me, and you know, I don't think anybody else has actually asked any of the devs to come on the show to talk about their show. Now, my YouTube has just gone off. We've just got another message here, and we've just got another comment of Brother Seamus, and he says, right, fair dues, mate, easily done. Yeah, we did it as a spelling error, but yeah, it's great. So we are looking forward to the live thing. We've got 15 minutes left, and I don't know what to talk about. Talking about something for 45 minutes, even what we're going to be doing, is absolutely horrendous. It's you know, we need questions, people. Give us questions so we can make answers. So we're just going to go wandering off topic here. You all know that we're going to now do the live broadcast in the next several hours, and we're looking forward to that. So we're going to go and mention a few book authors that we read, just in case it ever comes up. And the type of books I like to read are books by David Gemmell, K.E. Mills, John Norman, Terry Pratchett, Terry Goodkind, Steve Berry. Those are a few of the authors that I've got, and they inspired me to write my own books. Now, I'm not a very good writer. If you look at, because I sell my books on Amazon, and we're a 3-star author. We're not 5-star or anything like that. Barely anybody buys the books or anything like that. But that I did when I was unemployed. I wrote short stories, and it's quite intense. And I wrote my first novel, and that was called The Black Queen. And I really did enjoy that. That was around about 300-400 pages. I think around about 300 page mark, really. And we did it because we were bored, and we did it because we wanted to get our own book on our bookshelf. And we was always, in every book that we read, it was the good guy always wins. And we're thinking, why? It doesn't matter what the story is. They're all good authors. They're all good stories. I love the books and stuff that I've got, but I thought, why can't a bad guy win for once? So, not to spoil the story for you, but there's no good and evil in my stories. It comes across that there is good and evil, but it's the way that you see yourself. Are you going to be a dominant tyrant like what I am, especially when I play Second Life with my Second Life family? And we thought we're gonna make the bad guy win. Okay, but who is the bad guy? This is a question you've got to ask, because you might turn around and say, we totally agree with what that guy did, but some people are going to say, no, we don't agree. We think he should have stayed pure and stuff like that. Now, the main character in the story is based on me, based on my life experiences, going through good times, going through bad times. We haven't done the second novel. We don't know if we're going to do the second novel, but we did the first novel, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And we did one of our dream goals, and that was to get a book on our bookshelf, which is ours. And we did it. We've actually got a couple of short stories out there, which I kind of did. And again, the one that I did like was Tara and Ted, and that was based again on real life things, but it didn't work. The ending did not work out to the way that I liked it in the story. It's kind of that they get together and stuff like that, but that never happened. Yeah, writing is good. Everybody can write a story in my eyes. Everybody can write a story. I've come across people when I was working. Never shout out Kyle. Kyle was always on about me. Have you got it published at Waterstones yet? No. Well, you're not a published author. And I just love it, because he used to come up to me every couple of weeks and say, have you got it done? Have you got it done? And I never managed to do it. So now that I'm not working and I'm looking for a job, I actually might go and take my manuscript into Waterstones in Northampton and say, what do you think? Do you think you sell it for me? You think you can do a couple of books? So we're going to go and order a book, get a proper copy, and we're going to take it into Waterstones in Northampton, and we'll probably go and do that as a recording, and something like that, because I know that they do help local authors, and you never know, it might become famous. But I'm still going to do my podcast. I like doing the podcast. I like doing my YouTube. So the games that we play on our YouTube channel and stuff like that is nice Alpha Bravo games from Steam, and the ones that we kind of do get frustrated with them, but it's because they're Alpha and Bravo games. We like to see how the devs are doing, and if we could write our own games like what these guys and girls do, my God, would we do it? But we're a bit thick. we like to play them, not write them. I actually tried writing my own mod. I actually did make my own mod for a game called Fortress Craft Evolved, and it was called Broken Wasp Mod. And we did it, and we got it up and running. You can actually make a coal factory in the game. We haven't done much with it because we took a break from Fortress Craft Evolved. But if you ever want something different to do, Fortress Craft Evolved is a good game that I would recommend. I know the dev, DJ, very good guy, and I don't know him personally, but I have spoken to him in many chats when he was doing his live streaming, and he is active. If you go look for his stream and you've got questions about his game and stuff like that, then you know he's there. He's asking his followers, right, we got this, and I've sat and watched him write the code for the game, and he's having questions from his audience, and he's made changes and said, right, okay, we'll do this, we'll do that, and we'll have this done. And he's explained why he does some of it and why he won't allow others of it, and he tries to get the balance right. One of the most interactive devs I have ever known and ever seen, so big shout out to DJ. Hope the game is still going great. We do love it. We did nearly 1,000 hours on Steam playing it, and a lot of people make the mistake that it's like Minecraft. It is nothing at all like Minecraft. The only similarities between Fortress Craft Evolved and Minecraft is it's called a voxel game. That is where you dig one block, you put one block down. Okay? Other than that, there's no similarities at all. You can play the game, right, in such a way, excuse me, that you never get attacked by the NPCs in the game. Now, that in itself is an achievement, because what happens is you, the player, do not get attacked. The enemies out there attack your base, and that's the biggest difference I have seen in games for a long time. They do not attack you. You can walk right past them and they're going to ignore you, and they're going to go for your base. And I think that is something different that DJ has touched on and manipulated and used to his advantage, because it is an absolutely fantastic way. Because if you don't have your base defences, because you've got guns and missiles and bombs and everything in there, yeah, you're gonna your base is gonna be destroyed, and you can always rebuild it. You won't get killed. You'll die if you don't look at what you're doing. But technically, your base can get blown up, and then you can just go build another one, or rebuild it and think, I need better defences and stuff like that. Really do go and check it out. It's a fantastic game. And if you do go and check it out, and you've done it through listening to me yak on about loads of rubbish on here and stuff like that, do mention, I heard it from hmks podcast. Okay, and like I said, you want something different, yeah, go check out DJ's Fortress Craft Evolved. Brilliant game, brilliant guy. We are going to start streaming it on our YouTube channel again from February. Probably might even start doing it before February, and we hope that you, our fans and our customers, will like it. We're coming to the end of the show. We've only got around about 5 minutes, so we've been speaking for a good 40 minutes now, so we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to say, have fun, stay safe, hope you enjoyed the podcast. Hopefully we see you guys and girls tomorrow. We're going to put the link to our channel underneath the channel information. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, donate to us through PayPal or through Patreon. It'll be absolutely fantastic. We can do more investment into our computer equipment, and we can buy more games for us to try out and look at and see whether or not we do them on our channel and stuff like that. We may start up a second YouTube channel just especially for Fortress Craft Evolved, because I know a lot of people like that, but that depends whether people want to do it, and that channel will only be for Fortress Craft Evolved, and we'll see how things go. We don't cut anything out, we don't edit anything, so if we mess up, screw up, or do whatever, then you get to see it live. You get to see it on the YouTube channel. I remember when I was playing Fortress Craft Evolved and bombs came out, we activated it, and we blew out 3/4 of our base, and we sat there live on Twitch and thinking, oh crap, what do we do now? Really, really is funny episode. Again, have fun, stay safe. We'll see you on the bounce tomorrow, 1300 hours GMT time. We will be on our first live 45-minute show. Hope to see you there. Or be square. Is that what they usually say? We don't know.